You're a third-rate duelist with a fourth-rate deck.
What's up, YouTube? This is Brandon, our third-rate duelist. We've got Dennis here from the team who's going to do a deck profile for us. So what you playing today, Dennis?
Strikers.
All right, anything to say about it before we get started?
Well, Gage came back. Pretty good. Been playing it for, I've been on it for a while. So, kind of pretty stoked that Engage came back, so it helps out for sure. So, we'll just get into it.
All right.
It's pretty normal. So, the monsters are 3-ray. It's just the heart and soul of the deck, really. Nothing to explain. 2 Rose. Rose snuck out a win for me today against Dragoon. So, thanks to Rose. And then hand traps, I play 3 Ash, just most generic right now, so probably most generic ever. So, that's what we're doing. Then 2 Veiler. I play the access code package, so I only play 2. I'd rather see other stuff in my hand than just a bunch of hand traps, really. Kind of sucks opening a bunch of hand traps. So, 2 Bell. I like Bell. I was playing Bell at 3, so no one could DD Crow my Engage. That's really the only application I hold on to it for, but 3 was kind of too many, so I just cut it down to 2 so I could play some other stuff. So, and then the last hand trap, 3 Imperm. I like 3 because it's good at going first or second. So, if it wasn't good going first, then I'd probably just play it at 2. But 3 it's pretty good. And then the last monster, I needed a 40th card today, so I just threw in a Kaiju to help with Dragoon. So, no special reason. I just needed a 40th card. It was last minute, so that's just what we did. So, that's all the monsters, hand traps. And off to the spells. 3 Anchor, super good. Negates monsters. I can steal your stuff, which I did all day today. I just kept beating everybody with their own cards. So, access code's a thing. So, pretty good. 2 Shark Cannons. Same thing for Anchor. I just use it to take monsters out of your grave and link climb with them. So, it actually helps a lot. It's good for just taking targets out of the grave and everything else, so super good, really. I only play 2 Area 0. I don't think a third's needed. I could search it with Engage. I also play Terraforming, so I just don't think a third's really needed. I haven't tested it. I've been wanting to, but I just can't bring myself to bump it up. I'd rather see other cards. I mean, don't get me wrong, this is a starter / extender, but I would just rather see other stuff. 2 Afterburners, super good. Pops a monster. If I got 3 in the grave, I could pop Spell and Trap with it. Super good, good utility. I think 3 would be too much. I have thought about it, but right now we're just gonna keep it at 2 and see how it goes. And then the last 3, Engage. I don't know why Konami decided to do it, but I'm glad they did. And to be fair, I think it could really stay. I mean, I've been on this deck for a long, long time. I watched it in the OCG before it even came to the TCG. And it does make the deck really good, it does. But I don't know, I think it could stay. Multi-roll, it's at 1. Drones is at 1. I think as long as this is, I don't know. I don't think people can really use it as an engine with just 1 Engage, 1 drones. So I think these 3 are pretty good. So, but that's it for the striker cards. Then I'm trying this out. I got kind of mixed feelings about it. Foolish Goods is pretty good going first too. It gives me going first plays. I could just dump something in the grave and then Kagari it back so I can, you know, have some kind of plays going first. It's good for dumping fusion so I can draw a card. I mean, it's got some good application, but I don't know, I kind of mixed on it. I'm going to keep testing with it for a little while and see how it goes. Note, this was, before I changed it, this was Desires, and this was the second Kaiju. But I took all the Kaijus out, took all this out, and played these three instead, and cut it down to 41. So, we're going to try it like this for a little bit longer and see how it goes. So far, it's kind of iffy. I play 2 Mystical Space. I could chain it to Imperial Order, Anti-Spell. It's good for popping my own Area 0 to get Ray out. It's just a good overall card, and I like it better than Twin Twisters. So, we're going to keep it at. I only want to play it at 2 though. I think 3 is too much. Call by the Grave. This is pretty bad for Droll, stuff like that, so I'm just going to keep Calls by the Grave in, Ash, Droll, and, you know, it's good for plucking stuff out of the graveyard too. So, Upstart, it's Upstart. Rhoda, Searches Ray, Rose, it's a good starter card. I played a 1, Pot of Avarice. I play this over the Hercules Base. I know Hercules Base is a name, so I could search it, but I don't know. I seem to like this better. It's easier to get off. I can still put 5 back, which if this is a going second build, so putting 5 monsters in the grave turn 1 it's pretty easy sometimes. So I like that a little bit better, I think. Mind Control. It's good for the mirror match. I could take their Kagaris or whatever and start my own plays with it. So it's good for the mirror match. It's good to out problem monsters that I can't. So I think I'm going to keep it in, I think, for now. And then last 2 cards, Terraforming, Mystic Mine. I'm still going to play the Mystic Mine. I cut it from 2 to 1. I don't see it as much as I did, so I'm kind of thinking about maybe bumping it back up to 2, but I think I'm going to try it a little bit longer at 1, because with Engage searching a bunch of stuff, that I don't need Mystic Mine as much as I did before. So we're going to keep testing with this. It's still kind of fresh with Engage back, so I'm just going to see how it goes from here. And that's it for the main. 39 with Upstart. Go on to the extra deck. Got my Striker token. Alright, so don't get me too bad here, you two. I'm working on this, so I got 3 Kagari. I think it's probably a good idea to cut down Kagari if you're going to leave Engage. So far it hasn't been too overpowering, but that just gives you recyclability with Engage with 3 Kagari, so I'm kind of curious on how Konami's going to address all this. So 3 Shizuku. Like I said before, don't get me too hard on this. I know there's secret Kagaris and everything else is ulti, but I'm working on the Kagaris, so just give me a little time here. So this is super good. Super good for in phase. It's also a water monster, which we'll get into later on in the side. So this actually has more use and utility now going first than what it did before, just because of a card on my side. 3 Hayate. Hayate super good. Can attack directly, send something to the grave, I can Kagari it back. So pretty good. 1 Kaina. I think 1 is fine. I almost never use this. It did come in clutch today. Guy made Rampage Dragon on me, so yeah, it was kind of cute. So kind of helped me get through all that. I play 2 Zeke. I like 2 Zeke. I play the second Zeke over the Ningirsu. I know Ningirsu might be a little bit better just because it's a Dragoon out. I expect to see Dragoon here and there, probably a lot more than what it was. It's a slower format, so I expect to see it a little more, but I do play some outs for Dragoon, so I would rather play the second Zeke in case I get Kaiju'd. I got ways to get that stuff off without popping with like multi-roll or area 0, stuff like that. So I like the second one. I've been on 2 of these for months, and I like 2 a lot better than 1. And for the last one's the access code talker. This won me games all day. I mean, this is all I was doing to people all day long, was just access code, just one-shotting people. I mean, it's ridiculous. I just kept taking everyone's monsters, going into access code, and just attacking, and it just works out great. So,
Access code go burr.
yes, sir. Alright, so that's the extra side deck. Side deck is geared for my locals. A lot of these cards I would play in an IRL event, but this is really tailored to my locals. So tailor your extra deck to whatever locals you go to, you know, whatever you play, just tailor it for that. I play 3 Nib. There's probably 50-50 between combo and control at my locals, so I just keep those in the side just because, really. Let's see, I play Double Twin and Feather Duster. Those are for the back row decks. I like the twins. I like to pop 2 cards. If I need to pop 1 on my side and 1 on your side, that comes in handy. It's a quick play, so it can change. So it's like Imperial Order, anti-spell, stuff like that. So I like the quick plays. I'm actually thinking about taking Duster out, just so I can play like a 3rd quick play, either Mystical Space or Twin Twister. Because if I get Imperial Order or anti-spell, this is just a dead card in hand. So I'm not real. I don't know. We'll see. I'm keeping it in for now, but I might be taking it out. 2 there can be only ones. I only play 2. I haven't needed the 3rd one. I haven't missed it. I did play 3 for a while. I took the 3rd out just so I could add some other stuff, and I really haven't missed it at all. So I'm just gonna keep it at 2, I think. And then 3 Electric Virus. This is super funny. It's good for a mirror match. If I play Sky Striker, I could just take like their Kagari, something like that, and just go off of my plays without even having to have a Ray or Rose. So it's kind of funny. It also works for like Cyber Dragon and stuff like that. Cyber Dragon, I got Cyber Dragons here at my locals, so I gotta have something for them too. So it's a pretty good card. I also play White Howlings. I like White Howlings a lot. If I control a water monster, I banish a spell card from my opponent's graveyard, and they can't play spells for the rest of the turn. So I like this better than anti-spell or something, for Striker anyway. You know, it doesn't stay, it's not continuous, so, and it locks my opponent out of 1 mechanic for a turn. So this is super good. Shizuku is a water monster, so if I go first, I side these in, because I'm going to end on Shizuku almost every time, so why not play the White Howling with it. And also to note, Needle Fiber is also a water, so I do have pretty good water targets. And my last card, which is my Super Spice, Chain Strike. Chain Strike's pretty good, especially in a deck that just plays a bunch of quick play spells. I side this in for game 2 and 3 just because Striker has a bad time problem. So if I chain this in or trade this in on games 2 and 3, this gives me some way to, if I'm about to go into time, to burn you for some damage outside of like kinda or something like that. So I'm for sure gonna keep this in. I was doing Cowboy for a while, but this is just a lot better. You know, it gives 400 damage for every chain link, and it has to be chain link 2 or higher, so it's at least going to be 1,000 damage. So a couple minutes left. I know I'm about to go into time. Flip it over, get some damage, and you know, pick up a quick little cheesy win that way. So, but I mean that's the profile. This Striker, so really the side deck is really the only difference in all Striker decks. Outside of maybe 3-4 cards, maybe it's really just the side deck that's really different. Maybe 1 card in the extra or 2 or something like that, but you either play the access code or you don't, and then it's basically just the same 3 monsters if you don't for every other deck. So that's the profile. Been playing it for months now, and I've done pretty good with it. Even before Engage, I was still topping locals with it, so I'm just gonna keep playing it for a while. I like the deck a lot, so let me know what you think. Any improvements, changes, I welcome the criticism, so let us know.
All right, you guys heard the man. Let us know down below in the comment section what you guys think of Dennis's Sky Striker deck profile.